fitness industry is not what it used to be. Over the last few years, I've noticed a shift in actually valuable content that is actually meant to help people to build muscle, improve their lives, get fit, improve their physiques, to a lot of lies and myths being spread in a lot of people's content. Things that are not meant to actually help people build great physique and improve their lives and transform their physique. From pushing thousands of supplements down people's throats to now normalizing steroid use. All this is meant to cause confusion and in turn makes people in the industry rich. In this video, I will go over a few myths in the fitness industry that are not actually meant to help you build muscle. And yeah, let's get into the video. Now, 4 years ago when I started my fitness journey, going from a skinny guy who wanted to improve my physique, who wanted to build muscle and get bigger. I did not have a coach when I started. So I was relying on the internet to, teach me how to train, what to eat, what not to do, what to do, all the information I know about the gym, I had to get it from the internet, from doing my own research. And I can say, quite frankly, back then the content that was being pushed out was way better. I'd have guys like David Lay, Jeff Cavalier. I don't know if you guys know Jeff Cavalier, Athlete X, showing you how to work out, the movements to do, how to do your movements, teaching you how to train, things like intensity, all these things. And I feel like now the fitness content that is out there is more aesthetic based. It's more of this is how you get a physique quickly, this is how you get a physique in 3 months, things like that. It's not really meant to help skinny guys get that good information, get actually how to improve their physique. It's more of do this quick, take this supplement, it's gonna do this for you, buy this, do this. And I feel sorry for you guys, especially you guys who are just beginners, especially you guys who don't have a coach. You're just going into the gym, you've decided, okay, 2026 you want to improve your physique. The information that's out there on the internet today is more money based. It's more of buy this supplement, do this and this, you need this, you need the perfect workout plan. There's a lot of myths that are floating around the industry. I could make literally a 1 hour video talking about this stuff. In this video, I'm just going to talk about 3 of them, which I feel like one of the biggest things that are actually keeping skinny guys small and are not actually meant to help skinny guys build muscle. So let's get into the video. Supplements. Now, a few months ago when I made this channel, I made a video talking about the supplements, the only supplements you need as a skinny guy trying to build muscle. Give that video a watch after this. I know you guys watch a lot of YouTubers, I know you guys watch a lot of TikTokers, people who have great physiques, people who are promoting all these supplement companies. They're probably sponsored by these companies, but I know you've noticed there's a lot of emphasis on taking supplements nowadays. There's a time I was in the gym, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was in the gym and this skinny guy approached me, asking me, yo, how did you do your transformation and stuff like this. And instead of asking me, how was your diet, how was your training, what type of movement did you do, the first question this guy asked me was, which supplements should I buy? I don't even blame him, because nowadays all the fitness YouTubers, all the fitness influencers are pushing down supplements down everybody's throat. I can't remember the last time I watched a YouTube video and they're not promoting some kind of supplement. I don't know, aminos. There's apparently supplements for sleep nowadays as well. Imagine someone needing to take supplements just to sleep. Is crazy, bro. You can't even go to sleep anymore. You need to take supplements to sleep. The normal protein powder. And it's overall emphasis now, everybody who joins the gym now thinks that it's a must. They must spend thousands and hundreds of dollars on supplements or else they're not going to build muscle. Now this belief, there's this myth that you're not going to build muscle if you're not taking creatine, if you're not taking protein powder. And that is simply not true. When I started out in the gym, first of all, I'm from an African household. So there was no way I was going to, I was unemployed. There's no way I'm going to tell my parents, yo, I need creatine, I need protein powder, I need mass gainer. But I realized those things are not as important as your diet. Your diet is the thing that's going to help you, especially if you're a skinny guy. Your diet is the number one thing that's actually going to help you build muscle more. Focusing on adding more protein to my meals, adding chicken, adding, whole foods, natural foods to my diet is what actually helped me build muscle. There's literally people who go to the gym, work out, and then eat whatever they want because they're going to take a protein shake after. For example, some of the things I've never actually believed in is pre-workout. Because tell me why, if you're getting good sleep, if you're getting good recovery at night, you're sleeping well, tell me why you need pre-workout to go and hit the workout. If I get a good night's sleep, there's no reason why I need to take pre-workout. A skinny guy trying to build muscle, you're trying to get into the gym. If you're a beginner who's just starting out in the gym, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on supplements. You don't need, the word supplement means adding on to something. It doesn't mean replace. You buying supplements and taking supplements into your diet does not mean you replace proper food. It doesn't mean you replace proper meals. You need to have first the proper meals in your diet, then you add on the supplements. One of the biggest myths, I'm not going to actually say it's a myth because it is somewhat true. It has to do with your genetics. You know, there's people who think that they can never be able to build muscle and get a good physique because their genetics. You know, they'll look around people in their family and they'll say, okay, no one in my family is jacked. No one in my family is muscular. Probably people in my family are all short. You know, they're under 6 feet. There's no way I'm going to build a good physique. And I'm here to tell you guys that your genetics do play a role in how you look. They do play a role in how you're gonna build muscle, how fast you build muscle. But that does not mean that you going to the gym and working out and eating properly is not gonna transform your physique. Some people actually think that going to the gym and working out is actually a waste of time. Look at people on the internet and look at those crazy physiques and then look to themselves and be like, there's no way I'll ever look like that. You know, I'm too short, or my arms are too long. You know, I had very long arms. When I started working out, I had really long arms, but now look at my arms now. Like, I don't have the biggest arms. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is like a gap in my bicep, from my bicep to my forearm. This is genetics, you know. There's some people who do not have this gap, and there's people who, like me, who have this gap. People who have this gap, your bicep is not gonna be as big because you have this gap and you can't feel it. You can't work out and close this gap. But that does not mean you still can't build a big arm. That does not mean you will not build muscle. It will affect the way you look, but it will not stop you from building muscle. So sometimes we look at this genetics thing and think like, people get discouraged and they're like, okay, it's a waste of time. I'm not gonna build muscle. I'm not gonna, you know, improve my physique. So why even bother? But I'm here to tell you guys, if you're a skinny guy, worried about your genetics, things like that, get into the gym and put in the work. Your genetics are not gonna hold you back. Now, the last myth I'm going to talk about, I have a fast metabolism, so I cannot eat enough. That one is straight. I don't even blame the fitness industry for that one. That is just like a myth that has been brought up that I personally am guilty of. When I started training, the hardest thing for me to get down was not even the training. It wasn't even going to the gym. It wasn't even the sleeping. It was actually getting enough calories in. As you guys can see, I started off very, very skinny. The hardest thing for me was being able to eat, you know, and I would always have the excuse because I'd hear, you know, fitness YouTubers talking about it, metabolism. I did fucking biology in high school, so I know about like the body metabolism. I used to think, you know what, I have a high metabolism. There's no way I can be able to eat. I can eat and eat and eat and I'm not going to get bigger because my body digests food faster than everybody else. Excuses. I'm going to tell you guys that's just an excuse. You know, if you're not getting bigger and you're eating as much as you can, you simply need to eat more. It's as simple as that. You need to keep on increasing those calories. It's not going to be the same for everybody. Someone might eat 2,000 calories and they'll be in a surplus. Someone need to eat 3,000 calories to be in a surplus. This idea of my metabolism is too fast, I can't build muscle, it's just simply not true. If there's someone out there who's watching this video that wants to get into the gym, this is all bullshit. Like, just put in the work, you'll get the physique that you want. Like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.